The Fort Wayne Komets earned the ECHL's ultimate prize for the first time. We'll have highlights of the Kelly Cup Finals and hear from the winners. Next season's not far away as coaching changes and affiliation moves start to bring 21-22 in focus. And we hear from two ECHL executives about how the league was able to navigate and complete a very challenging season. The wrap-up of 1 year plus a look toward the next on this special expanded edition of ECHL Week. Welcome to a very special edition of ECHL Week. The Fort Wayne Komets are the 2021 Kelly Cup champions. The Komets won the best-of-5 series in 4 games, defeating the South Carolina Stingrays. Let's look at the highlights from the deciding game.
Komets with it. Here's McIver. McIver coming across the line on the far side. McIver takes a shot. Shepard the save. Now it rolls in front. Shot, save, rebound. Score! Stephen Harper puts 10,500 on their feet. Komets lead it 1-0. It was a mad scramble in front. Just went through the blue paints, and it was Harper. Pochiro in on the play, so was Justin Vive, but it's Harper getting the goal. Ellis will take the face-off. It goes back to Gazzola. Gazzola sends it around. And up along the far side, it's going to be pushed around on the near side of Lasarchik. Lasarchik works along the wall, wins the battle to the blue line. Gazzola makes a nice move. Gazzola cross-ring shot, score! Harper's second of the night, but what a pass by Randy Gazzola! 4:30 to go in the second period. You don't get any sweeter than that. What a play by Gazzola. The move to get around the defender, lays it right on the tape. Sedlowski wins it back to the blue line. Gallipo can't keep it in. Sends it in, and now Komets got to get back on side, but South Carolina with the puck. Gottlieb avoids a stick check from Lasarchik. Gets to Chernichin, who'll come across the line. Far side, gets forced into the wall. Comes right out in front. Oh, a shot, and they score. Oh, it jumped right up. Ferguson made the save and went right up in the air, and it was batted out of mid-air by Florek. And we see the replay. It went right to Ferguson, jumped right up in the air, and Florek batted out of midair. And here we go. The drop. It goes into the corner. Komets win! The Komets are champions! For the 10th time in franchise history, the Komets are champs! 2-1 Komets is your final. This amazing season comes to an end with a championship. The Komets, the first time since joining the ECHL, will hoist the Kelly Cup here tonight.
Time to get some comments, feedback, and emotion on the Fort Wayne Komets, the 2021 Kelly Cup champion.
Well, there was a little over a second left, up a goal with a face-off in our own zone. My only focus was getting that face-off and having some fun with the boys now.
I mean, the way my body was feeling in the middle of the year, you know, it's pretty tough, but you kind of imagine what this would feel like, and you really have no clue until you win one. And now that I know it's so worth it, I know I'm probably going to feel terrible the next few days physically, but you know what, it's all worth it because we did it with this group, and I couldn't be happier.
We've talked about staying in the moment here, not letting the moment get too big, not trying to plan anything besides live exactly where we are. And you know, for us, I mean, this means so much to so many people that there's going to be a time to reflect and process it all. But for now, I mean, the journey, especially in a pandemic year, for the way to end on home ice, I mean, it's just it's a fairy tale ending, something that you couldn't even write before the start of the year. So something I'm extremely thankful for to be a part of, from our ownership group deciding to opt into play. I mean, taking the financial risk that they did, and then the group of guys that waited this long from last year to lace up their skates again. I mean, I owe each and every one of these individuals on my team, everything I'll ever have coming to me, and it's something I'll never forget for the rest of my life.
You know, you just wonder if it was ever going to happen. This team was built for this year, obviously with the pandemic. It was a very good team. It had its ups and downs during the season. There was a lot of talent out on the ice, but it was a matter of were they going to be able to become cohesive and play together? And at the end of the day, towards the end of the year, it all started happening in the right way. It was great timing from that standpoint. You just never know about these things, but to win the Kelly Cup, it's another crown jewel for this organization.
And we talked about this months ago. I remember there was about 6 of us sitting down in our apartment, and we were like, you know what, boys, we can win this thing. And to be here now, like, I'm getting chills even talking about it. So it's phenomenal. I'm so proud of this group. I couldn't have done it without them, and we couldn't have done it without each other.
A normal year, you have a lot of moving parts. You have affiliates, you have younger guys, you have older guys, a lot of trades, transactions, call-ups, whatever it is. And this year, we really didn't have really anything. We had maybe 4 or 5 different bodies come through, but we stuck with the team that we started with. And I think looking back on that, it means a lot to everybody in there, and that's why it's so special, because you look around and that guy was there the first day of training camp, battling with you and going through it all with you. So to finish the year with basically the same roster that we started with it's something special.
Nice to be chatting with you. I told you we wanted to have another conversation there Friday night, and we're doing it, so pretty excited.
That was so much. It was a classic playoff game, though. I mean, it was hard fought, tight checking. I mean, some nice goals, really intense all the way. Everybody brought their A game. Watching it, did you feel the same way?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that came right down to the 60th minute. So, like I said, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. Those deciding games were the hardest, and we're pretty happy to come out on top.
No words to describe. It's like a long time coming, but so happy to do it with this group of guys. We've been battle all year with the COVID. Not sure season start is just a great way to finish here in the homestand with the sold out crowd. It was just unbelievable feeling.
We started late from the other guys in the league, and then we just started competing. We got to know each other. Our team chemistry was unbelievable all year round. We didn't change anything. We didn't trade for anybody. We believed in our group, and that's what made a difference, I think, here in the playoffs.
I know for a fact that we were a mature group, older guys with experience. We have guys that won. We have guys that were close to winning in their career, so they were able to make it out together. It was just a good feeling.
This year is kind of the year that we decided to pay everybody back. I mean, the city's been so good to us, the fans have been so good to us for so long. We knew going in with all the restrictions that were in place here and everything that we were faced with, we were probably going to lose a lot of money. And obviously the end here helps. But prior to this, there's no doubt we were scraping by. But it was kind of what we felt like we could do. We couldn't cure the disease. We couldn't make people feel better. We're not healthcare workers. So we kind of felt like it was our contribution to give a little sense of normalcy and a little hope. And what you saw tonight was a whole lot of hope paying off.
This is what everyone plays for. When you're a kid growing up, this is what you dream of, right? For me personally, I guess, or for any goalie, you want to be in that net. You want to be that backstopper for your team, and at the same time, like exactly what I'm talking about right here. At the same time, everyone's working so hard in front of me, and it makes it easy for me to work just as hard. And to win a game 2-1 to win a championship, I think I only had 3 or 4 shots in the third period. For them to shut it down like that is just unbelievable, and I'm so grateful for this team and this opportunity, and this is something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
That feeling that you finally did it, it's been a long year coming, not playing since March of last year, and having the pandemic and being able to come back in late in the year in February. Never thought we'd get all the way here, but now we're here and we're champions.
We had an unbelievable veteran group led by AJ Jenks, Justin Vibe, and Sean Sidlowski, Matthew Brodeur. All 4 of those veterans are extremely important, and I don't know how you win without guys that have been through that before, because I leaned on them in a lot of times here throughout the season, and I'm extremely thankful that they were here, and again, just happy and blessed to be here in this moment.
We had a few ups and downs throughout the year. We had a bit of adversity. Only made us better in the end, but we knew we had a special group real early on. It's just a matter of putting everything together, getting everybody pulling the rope in the same direction, and chips fell into place, and here we are with a trophy.
To be handed the cup and for guys to push me up to the front and telling me to go grab it. AJ was one of my buddies growing up, both from Michigan. I get emotional thinking about it just because there's so many guys in this locker room that mean that much to me. And again, to have family and friends here is just unbelievable.
I will never forget this. I played 10 years leading up to this, and it's something that I've always said and wanted, just to lift that cup. And whether it was here, wherever it was, whoever it was with, it will be a memory for the rest of my life.
Some changes are afoot in terms of ECHL and NHL affiliations. Details straight ahead on ECHL Week.
First-time buyers make up 35% of U.S. home sales. New buyers can benefit early by working with an experienced, trusted real estate advisor. In the Pacific Northwest, Will Springer is your trusted advisor for buyers and sellers. For a free consultation or to find a real estate agent in your area of the country, contact Will today.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Coaching news, affiliation changes, and more. Let's check out all the news from around the ECHL. The Rapid City Rush have chosen Scott Burt to be the 4th head coach in team history. Burt, who was also named as the team's director of hockey operations, comes to Rapid City after serving as assistant coach of the Idaho Steelheads during the 2019-20 season. Burt's experience also includes 6 seasons in the major junior level as the assistant coach of the Western Hockey League's Spokane Chiefs. His coaching career began in the ECHL with Alaska as an assistant coach in 2011. He helped coach the Aces to the Brown Cup regular season title in 2013. Said Spire Hockey President Todd Mackin, "When we began this process in June, I expressed that I wanted our new coach to be a community leader, young and energetic, and to be a winner. Bertie checks every single one of those boxes. He has worked tirelessly as an assistant coach over the last decade to earn this opportunity to lead a team of his own." All but 3 seasons during Burt's 730-plus game playing career came in the ECHL. He was Alaska's captain from 2009 through 2011, and he's a 3-time Kelly Cup champion, one of only 6 people with that distinction. Idaho has signed head coach and director of hockey operations Everett Sheen to a 2-year contract extension. Sheen said, "We had something special here my first season, and I'm looking forward to continuing to build off of it." Sheen led Idaho to a 36-18-7 record during his first year with the team in 2019-20. It was a great first year, and we had a tremendous start that got us into a great position. I thought we were in a great position heading into the playoffs, which was a little disappointing not having a chance to see where that would take us. The Lethbridge, Alberta native was named head coach following 3 seasons as assistant, beginning with the 2016-17 season. The Kansas City Mavericks have named head coach and director of hockey operations Tad O'Had as their new general manager. Said Mavericks owner Lamar Hunt Jr., Ohad will oversee and be responsible for all aspects of the hockey operations of the Kansas City Mavericks, including strategic planning, budgeting, and management of the hockey staff, as well as oversee the recruitment, management, and retention of players. This will include cultivating relationships with potential affiliate partners. Ohad was hired as the team's head coach in April of 2020. The team finished last season with a .500 record in 6th place in the Western Conference and outside the Kelly Cup playoffs. The first head coach of the Iowa Heartlanders hasn't been in the ECHL for a while, but he certainly has plenty of experience at this level and others. Jerry Fleming, who started his pro coaching career in 1998 and later spent 7 years as the bench boss of the Florida Everblades, during which the team qualified for the Kelly Cup playoffs in all of those seasons, will have the distinction of constructing Iowa's team for the first time. Said Fleming, "What we want to do here and what we're trying to develop is not only put a good product on the ice and a team that will make Carlville, Iowa City, and the county of Johnson proud, but we want to develop young minor league hockey players. We want to build from the ground up." During his playing career, Fleming spent 7 seasons in the American Hockey League. He also saw action in 11 NHL games with Montreal. He spent the last 3 years as an assistant coach in Germany's top league. His team, based in Berlin, won the Deutsche Eishockey-Liga title last season. Changes behind the bench for the Maine Mariners. Ben Guite, whose experience includes both playing and coaching at the University of Maine, as well as competing in 174 games with 3 NHL teams, takes over as head coach. The only coach the team previously had, Riley Armstrong, has left to take a position as an assistant coach with Lehigh Valley of the American Hockey League.
Andy and I have always been in touch. Actually, we recruited his son Cameron at Maine a couple years ago. It didn't work out, but we had been in touch, and I think being 2 French Canadians and dealing with hockey in the state of Maine, we stayed in contact. I was in touch obviously with Riley. Riley did a really good job with seniors and free agents coming out of college, so I knew who he was, and same here. So I had heard rumblings that his name was on the couple American League desk, general manager's desk, and I felt, what a great opportunity it would be to get a head coaching experience here in Maine. So I reached out to them. We talked it out. Like you said, we shared philosophies. For us, it's, of course you want to put in a winning product for the fans in Portland. But at the same time, we want guys to come to Portland and move on.
Also, the Mariners named a former player, Terrence Wallen, as the team's new assistant coach. Wallen spent 5 seasons as a pro player, and much of that time came in the ECHL with both Maine and Adirondack. Adirondack Thunder head coach and director of hockey operations Alex Lowe will be returning to the team this fall for his 3rd season in those capacities. The team has compiled a 59, 54, and 22 record in his first 2 seasons behind the bench. Lowe served as either the associate head coach or assistant coach in the 3 seasons prior to that. Last winter put in stark relief how much the Thunder and the entire Glens Falls area means to me, said Lowe. We are already on our way to having one of our most talented teams ever, and I know our fans are going to be excited for the players joining us this fall, he said. Lowe will be joined by associate coach Pete Dineen, who will be returning for his 3rd season behind Adirondack's bench. I am very excited to be returning, said Dineen. Working with Alex Lowe and the rest of the staff has been great, and I am looking forward to seeing what we will accomplish when the season begins in October. The only coach the Jacksonville Icemen have had is heading to the National Hockey League. Jason Christie, the ECHL's all-time leader in games coached and games won, has accepted a position as an assistant coach of the Buffalo Sabres. Christie, who played almost half of his 9-year pro career in the ECHL, got his first head coaching job in the league in Peoria in 2000. Since then, he's made ECHL coaching stops in Utah, Ontario, and Tulsa prior to arriving in Jacksonville in 2017. Said Christie, "We have built a great foundation here with great fan support and competitive teams on the ice. I look forward to seeing the progress of the group of players already in place for the upcoming season as they work toward a Kelly Cup." The Icemen, along with Newfoundland, whose previous head coach John Snowden accepted a job with Toronto of the American Hockey League, are the only ECHL teams without head coaches at this point. Not only does Adirondack have head coach Alex Lowe returning, it's also extended its affiliation agreement with the NHL's New Jersey Devils. It's a multi-year deal. The new component of this partnership will have the Utica Komets as the American Hockey League segment of the triumvirate. The upcoming season will be the 5th for the Thunder and Devils working together to develop players. Over the last few years, 5 players who saw time with Adirondack have made their major league debuts with New Jersey. Jacksonville has entered into a multi-year affiliation agreement with the NHL's New York Rangers and AHL's Hartford Wolfpack. The Icemen had spent the first 4 years of their existence in an affiliation with NHL Winnipeg and AHL Manitoba. In addition to this new partnership, this will be a special season for Jacksonville as it will be hosting the 2022 ECHL All-Star Classic in January. The ECHL team, which had been affiliated with the Rangers and Wolfpack, the Maine Mariners, has replaced those clubs with the Boston Bruins and Providence Bruins.
We understand that we're in Bruins country. There's a lot of Bruins fans here in this area, and we were hoping to make it a little bit more exciting for most of our fans.
Kalamazoo has signed an affiliation agreement with the NHL's Columbus Blue Jackets and AHL's Cleveland Monsters for the upcoming season. Kalamazoo and Columbus were first involved in a partnership from 2014 through 2016. We're excited to begin this new affiliation with the Columbus Blue Jackets and Cleveland Monsters, said K-Wings head coach Nick Bootland. Columbus Director of Player Personnel Chris Clark was instrumental in creating this partnership. Through our conversations this summer, we share the same vision and belief about the success of this 3-tiered system. Orlando has extended its affiliation deal with the Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay. The Solar Bears will continue to serve as the ECHL affiliate for the Lightning over the next 2 seasons. We are thrilled to continue our partnership with the defending Stanley Cup champions, Solar Bears president Chris Heller said. Julien Brisebois and his staff have been first-class partners, and we look forward to this affiliation helping us bring our first Kelly Cup title to Orlando, along with continuing to aid the growth of hockey throughout Central Florida. Tampa Bay entered into its current affiliation with Orlando at the start of the 2018-19 season. Another affiliation announcement features Idaho inking a 2-year extension with both its NHL counterpart in Dallas and its AHL partner in Texas. The Steelheads have served as the ECHL affiliate of the Dallas Stars since 2005. The Steelheads and Stars partnership is the 3rd longest current continuous affiliation in the ECHL. This offseason will be much shorter than usual. It's less than 3 months until the regular season is scheduled to kick off on October 21st. Between now and then, there are a couple noteworthy calendar dates to keep in mind. Any qualifying contract offers given to eligible players expire if not accepted prior to August 10th. Also, the ECHL's restricted free agency period ends on August 16th. Teams have already started signing players for 21-22. Keep track of all the signings on a daily basis by following ECHL Week on Twitter. And we note the passing of former ECHL player Matisse Kivlenieks, who died the 4th of July at the age of 24 as the result of a tragic fireworks accident. Kivlenieks appeared in 8 games with Kalamazoo during the 2018-19 season, when he went 5-3 with a 2.71 goals against average and a save percentage of .923. He made his NHL debut with the Columbus Blue Jackets on January 19, 2020, stopping 31 shots in a 2-1 win over the New York Rangers. Kivlenieks represented Latvia at several international tournaments, including the 2021 IIHF World Championships. Stephen Harper was awarded the June M. Kelly Trophy for being the Kelly Cup Playoffs MVP. Harper, who tied for the league lead in playoff scoring with teammate Anthony Nellis, is the first Komet to win the June M. Kelly Award, and he's the 6th Western Conference representative to earn the trophy since 2014.
We had a good stretch in May. We were playing good hockey. Towards the end, I think we really dialed in the details and did well. Definitely special, so proud of this group we have here. Unbelievable. Words can't describe that month and that year for us. My first championship ever. Our group knew what was at stake and we got it done. Just so proud.
In addition to the cup clinching game, there were a few other games in the final series. Let's check out highlights from them.
Komets at center. Jenks over to Boca.
He'll carry it into the offensive end. Dropped it on the near wall for Hawkins. Now back to Boca. Now Hawkins, a shot, he scores! Too much room for Brandon Hawkins, and the Komets are up 2-0 with 8:41 to go. Over to the far side, chance side of the net, back in front, save by Shepard. The rebound is loose. Jakes out to the point once again. Near side shot, Hawkins scores. What a one-timer by Brandon Hawkins. He absolutely rifled it past Hunter Shepard, and the Komets back up by 3. It's 4-1 to Sapinski. Had it deflect away from him, and the Komets get it to center, right back to Floric. Trying to shoot in, it deflected near the Fort Wayne blue line, and the Komets able to pick up. And now they've got a 2-on-1 developing. Hawkins left side, he scores. Brandon Hawkins has recorded a hat trick. Salvo, far side Yuli. Yuli with speed to Floric. Floric, a shot blocked. Rebound Novak, he scores! A Domino's power play goal. Max Novak gives South Carolina a 1-0 lead. Rebound down low. Nellis was stopped by Novak, who picks it up. Novak in the slots. DeSalvo, he scores! Dan DeSalvo puts South Carolina back on top 2-1. Fort Wayne with possession in their own zone. Bernor is hit, dropped by Novak, worked out to Yuli, a shot, he scores! Cole Yuli! And it's 3-1 South Carolina!
And it comes up to the blue line. High slot, now Yuli on the left wing. Slaps it across into the slot, knocked away. Here's a shot, they score. And it's DeSalvo getting the goal. And it comes to the blue line. Here's Gazzola to the far side. Hawkins down low in front. Here's a shot, he scores! We're tied! Stephen Harper on a beautiful give and go. Ball trying to go to Lasarchik. He's got him. Lasarchik banks it off the wall. Here's Sean Sadlowski with a step. Coming in, a shot, save, made, rebound, score! Anthony Nellis makes it 2-1. Going up top of the circle, Yuli. Yuli gets crowded. My Brodeur gets away from him. Another cross-ring pass to Salvo. Loads up, he scores. Gallipo with it. Pass comes ahead to Sadlowski. Coming in on the goaltender. He shoots, he scores! Sean Sadlowski! Get that money, son! Sean Sadlowski makes it 3-2. It wide and back to the near side. It's Gazzola. Gazzola out in front. Here we come. Hawkins with a shot. Score! Brandon Hawkins! Hawkins moves it along the wall, trying to catch Bowdens, and he does. Bowdens will catch up to it, coming in low, takes a shot, he scores! Oh, Matt Bowdens! How many times can he score the big one? Now it goes to Sadlowski. Oh, he coughed it up in front. Here's a shot, and they score. A turnover behind the net. Gallipo with it in the high slot. Gallipo over. Here's a shot, score! Sadlowski with goal number 2 tonight. And into the corner. It's wiped around to the near boards. Here's DeSalvo. DeSalvo comes down into the corner. In front, they score. Mark Cooper will get the goal. Makes it 6-4.
A couple of South Carolina Stingrays give their thoughts about the end of the season. Next on ECHL Week.
Whether it's advice on managing your anxiety or tools to help you stay grounded, Coping-19 provides a range of resources and self-care tips to help you cope with this pandemic. We can help. Find the resources that work best for you at coping-19.org.
course, in any playoff series, there's a team which comes out second best. Let's hear from the South Carolina Stingrays and their thoughts and comments about the Kelly Cup Finals.
You know, obviously we wanted a different result, but at the end of the day, I'm really proud of our team. They found a way at the most important time to play some very meaningful hockey, and to make it to the Kelly Cup is obviously not an easy task, and they rose to the challenge. And you know, obviously, again, not the result we wanted, but really proud of our group overall.
Yeah, we had a good group of guys, older group of guys that we've all been in situations before where it doesn't matter really what's going on. You just kind of, you know that everyone has to be on the same page. And we struggled earlier in the year. We kind of were all over the place, but we brought it together and went on this run down the stretch. And it's a testament to that. You need everyone on the same page, and that's kind of what we did.
It's a team effort no matter what, and it takes everyone. I like that we kept our group pretty tight this year, and obviously you have got to make changes in this league. It's a tough league and it changes every day, and you've got to find ways to win every single night. But you know, I'm happy that we kept a pretty strong core, and we had a lot of returning players, which was great.
Instead of just saying, well, we're lucky to have a year, let's say let's have a great year. Let's go all the way. And to come up just short, I mean, no matter how much time passes, it still stings. It sucks. It's tough. But I think the way these games went, everyone on our team should be proud of themselves, and we don't have any regrets of the way we played. I think we gave it everything we had.
We wouldn't trade going to the Kelly Cup for anything, and it's a shorter season, off season for everybody, and it's just a little shorter now that we've made it so far. But I think it's important for us to use as a recruiting tool as well. We've come this far this year, and you know, everyone wants to win, everyone wants to play for championships, and we had an opportunity to do that this year. So I think that'll be a big factor moving forward for returning players or players that we're trying to bring into our organization.
Coming down the stretch, the last couple weeks of the season, we knew we needed to win pretty much or most of our games, and in the locker room there was just almost like a decision that everyone just made that was like, let's do this. We don't have any other option. We either miss the playoffs or we win every game and make the playoffs, and why not give it our best shot? And everyone just gave it their all, and so I was really proud just to make the playoffs. But then that same attitude was, I think, what helped us in the playoffs get to this point too.
Of course, this has been a very unusual season. Let's hear from two of the men who played vital roles in putting together the 2021 campaign.
I think fluid, malleable, get the thesaurus out to continue along that path, but we had to be flexible. We had to look at all the different changing conditions. You're trying to figure out facts, which again, at the time, you're making assumptions that they're facts, but we tried to stick to the science, look at what others were doing, incorporate some of our own things, and it came together. It wasn't easy by any stretch, but we thought through it, spent a lot of time, a lot of communication from a lot of different parties to get us to this point.
It was just, I think maybe the travel and stuff, and then, you know, the spread. We were going to have a lot of spread, which we had some issues, and we had some games canceled and everything else, but it was stressful. But it was stressful for everybody else and everybody involved, and you know, we got through it.
It took an army, and, you know, not just in our league or our sport. I mean, we heard from all other hockey leagues from the NHL on down, talked to other minor league baseball and soccer teams. In league, I mean, our board was on the phone every week discussing different scenarios. Our trainers and equipment managers, I mean, all the detail that went into pulling off this season, or even before this season when we were developing our protocols to get their feedback as to make sure we touched all the different points where COVID could be communicated. So again, from top to bottom, there's literally thousands of people involved.
Yeah, I think it was all about being flexible. I think that's the key word, flexible, and you know, being able to change and do different things. Obviously, I mean, a lot of Zoom stuff, right? We have a lot of stuff in Zoom and everything else, but I think that the weirdest part is, like, we, you know, limited capacity. I just think it's being able to adapt and change, and you know what? Sometimes you just gotta laugh. You know, at the end of the day, like there was a couple weeks that we went through that we had, you know, phone was ringing and we had, you know, case after case after case, and you just had uncle, and you know, just able to, you know, just adapt and make sure that you just carried on and make sure everybody was safe at the end of the day. So everything's flexible, and I think we've proved that.
And I'm really happy about everything that went into it. Again, you can't imagine what it's going to end like, but to be standing here, I'm thrilled. It will be nice to put it behind us and kind of catch our breath. But like I said, world's shortest offseason, so we'll be right back at it for 21-22. I mean, anytime you can add 2 new expansion teams, plus we have Savannah lined up for the season after, you know, you're excited. New buildings are always exciting. But I think, you know, when I try and look at next season, because this season was, the way 19-20 ended, and this season was so unique and tumultuous, 21-22 is kind of an expansion year for everyone. A fresh start, full building capacity, and I think there's a lot of pent-up demand for live ECHL hockey.
That puts a wrap on Season 9 of ECHL Week. We thank you for watching us all season long. We're going to take some time off, just like the teams do, but we will return for the 21-22 season. Until then, make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels. It's the best way to keep up to date on everything that's going on throughout the ECHL, and there will be plenty going on over the next few months. Have a good summer. We wrap up today's show and the season with a look at some special scenes from this year's Kelly Cup Finals.